Okay, module 9.1 measures the center and spread. So we're going to look in this particular lesson, how do you find the median, the range, and the interquartile range. So we're going to start down here using the your term problems. Now again, you can go back and look at their examples. So I am going to start with problem number 4. And the first thing that you want to do here is you want to make sure that they're listed in numeric order. So when you're doing this, I'm going to take these values. I'm going to list them in numeric order. So 70, 71, 72, and something you may want to do is mark these out as you use them to make sure you don't duplicate any. Okay, so it says find the mean. Mean is just average. That one's pretty easy. So how do you get average in? You're going to add them all up and divide by the total number of things that you have, which in this case is 6. So you'll want to get your calculator out and just add those 70 plus 71 plus 72 plus 73 plus 74 plus 96. And then divide that by 6, and we get a 76. So add all those again. Divide by 6, since there are 6 tests. And so our mean, or average, is a 76. Okay, now, next, the median. The median is the one that's in the middle. Now, the issue here is that there's not an exact middle because there are two there's an even number. So these two is what we take for the middle. And then what we have to do is we have to average those two together. So we add 72 and 73 and then divide that by 2, which obviously would be in the middle, is 72.5, and that's our median. Okay, think about median as the thing in a road. It's right there in the middle. Okay, so you would do the same thing in number 5. Now the difference in problem number 5 is that there's an odd number, so there is an exact middle. So I'm not going to do all of number 5, but I am going to do part of it. So the first thing I'm going to do is just list them in order. Okay, so we start with 81. Again, mark it out. 84. Next one would be 90. Oops, sorry, wrong. 89. Then 90. Then 93. Then you have 94 twice. 94, 94. Okay, so since there's 7 of them, the one that's right in the middle is here. Okay, there's an exact middle, and that's your median for this one. So if it's an odd number of terms, the median is the one in the middle. Okay, so now what about adding this whole deal about range and interquartile range? Okay, so let's start with number 7. Again, we've learned what median is, so we'll go ahead and list those in number 7 in order. So we've got 21, and then 24, 26 is twice, 28, and 31. So that's 6 terms. So again, median is the one in the middle. When there's an even number, you take the 2 in the middle and you average them. Well, in this case, they're both 26. So the median here is 26. Okay, range is the difference between the highest and lowest. So after you list them in order, the range, you just take the highest number and subtract the lowest number, and that's a range of 10. Now, interquartile range is the difference in the different quartiles. So what that means is once you've got an even number, again, this is our median, this is divided up into 3. So the middle here is this one. Okay, so quartile means 4. So you take these 3, the middle one is here. So what you've done is you've divided it into groups of 4. You've got one quartile, two quartiles, which is actually the median here, which is 26, third quartile, fourth quartile. The interquartile range, inter means inside, interquartile range is the difference in the two quartiles in the middle. So in this case, 28 minus 24, which is 4. Now, if we do problem number 8, it's a little different. Okay, I'm going to have to shrink it a little bit here. We have more numbers. Again, we got to list them in order. That's kind of the pain here, is listing them in order. I'm going to go green here for this one. Okay, so 68. Next would be 71. I have 1, 2, 3 of those. So 1, 2, 3 of those. Then 72, I have 1 of those. 73, I have 1 of those. 74, I have 2 of those. And then I have 2 75s. We'll have to slide this over. I wrote a little too big. Sorry. So 75, and then my 79. Okay. So that is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 terms. So this one will have a middle. So I go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's going to be my middle. Count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah. So my median here is 73. Okay. Now I've got to find the middle of my previous terms so I can find my interquartile range. Now remember, range, so we'll go ahead and label these again. So median here, I'm going to abbreviate, is 73. My range is my highest minus my lowest, so 79 minus 68, that's 11. Then my interquartile range, again, I've got to find my two quartiles in the middle here. So if I do that, the middle here is going to be right here at 71, and then on the other side at 75. So that gives me 2 here and 2 here on the end, and 2 here and 2 here on the end. There's my median. So there's my quartiles all broken up. So interquartile range, and I use black here, so IQR would be 75 minus 71, which again, we get 4. So hopefully that wasn't too bad there. And we have some more examples here, and then we introduce this idea of standard deviation. Okay, so I want to look right here, standard deviation. Here's the formula. So you've got to find your values, and it walks you through here on this. Find the mean, which is 86 for this particular example, and then your standard deviation, you've got to subtract, and then you're going to take those values and square them, then divide by the number of things that you have, which in this case was 5. And after you get that, you get 30. Then you're going to take the square root of that, which is 5.5. Okay, so kind of a lot of work to do here for standard deviation. You see the next example, there's a whole slew, a whole list of this on here. Lots of work to do by hand. So one of the things that we'll do is we'll work on how do you get this in the calculator. So I'm going to write off to the side here how you can do all this on the calculator, because again, you know, mean, median, it takes a little bit of time to list it, but actually you can do all this on the calculator. So what I'm going to do is just kind of, again, write on here on the side. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to get rid of some of this stuff. Let me shrink it so I can write over it real quick. So let's get rid of all this so I got room to write, and try to guide you through on the calculator. Again, we'll review this in class, So hopefully that'll help you some in terms of trying to do this. All right, so the first thing you want to do is you want to list your values in the calculator. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do problem number 10 here, and I'm going to list these values. So what you do on the calculator is you go to Stat, and you pull up Edit, and you press Enter, and you just type the numbers in as they are. Now, if you want to go ahead and put them in order, that's fine, but go ahead and just type them in just in the order that they're given, okay? So what did I do there? Again, I did Stat button, and then I pressed Edit, and I'm going to list those values in there. Now, after you do that, those are all under L1. So then what you can do is you can now go and you can sort these. So if you go to Second button, Stat button, which gives me at the top list, and then go over to the right to OPS, operations, there is a sort A, parentheses. So you're going to select that, and what it does is it sorts ascending order. That's what the A stands for. There's one that's sort D, descending. So then what you're going to do is you're going to select L1. Now the way you do that is then you press Second again, Stat button again. So if you do that, then it pulls up your names, which are your list numbers, and you're going to select number 1, which is L1. So then you just press Enter, and then what's going to happen is this is going to go right here, and it's going to put L1. Then you close the parentheses and press Enter again, and then it's going to say Done. And what that means is it's listed those now in ascending order. So this whole list now is all in your list in ascending order. Now from there, you can find all the things that we've been kind of looking at. So if you go back to, so I'm going to slide this over again. So now if you press Second button again, Stat button, and then go to the right. Go to the right twice. Sorry, let me get this. So arrow, arrow to Math. And then you're going to see down there there's mean. So mean is in there. You could select that. And then what you would do again is you would put L1. And then what it would do is calculate your mean. You're going to see median in there. And again, you could do the same thing. Do L1, and it's going to do median. But what we want is standard deviation, which is number 7. Standard deviation. And again, what you're going to do is you're going to select L1. So you're going to press Enter. Then you've got to go back to your list, Second Stat, select L1, close your parentheses, and then it's going to give you your standard deviation for this particular list, which is 3.4058, a bunch of decimals. And you'll just round a whole lot faster than going through and doing all this by hand. So what we're going to do is we're going to utilize the calculator to do these particular statistical problems.